Good morning. Yes, I am in my pajamas. But it's that's not good. There's been a cough going around, and I've just been in isolation for the last few days, trying to avoid everybody. But I've heard some of my neighbours coughing really, really horribly. Hi, Makira. Morning. How are you? So I've just been isolated. Like there's something really bad going around, and it's ripping through people. So yes, I'm trying to be very, very careful at the moment. How are you, Makira? Are you working on anything at the moment? I'm going to go grab my coffee in a second because that's sort of on the thingy heating up. So yes, once again, I am in my pajamas, but let me just community moderation, live chat on. Okay, this is not working as I expected. That's fine. That's interesting. So I'm going to make this stream, I'm going to set it to subscribers only. Yeah, let's say 5 minutes. Good. Yeah, here we go. Still working on my Sunstar manga script. Oh, amazing. And how is that going? Yeah, this is what I mean. This is why I've blocked all these people, because they just come up with so much crap. Right, how is that going? That's good. That is good. I have so much to do, and I have so much typing to do, and these pens are going amazingly well, by the way. So if anyone wants to get them, they are now on, I think, Temu, my student has said, and they come in groups of like 10, and they work so well. They are what I've been using on the alternative live streams, so they've been working really well. It's my first draft, so I'm writing the cadence, but it still feels forced and needs to be more dynamic but natural. I see what you mean. If it feels forced, that would be you probably trying to fit in a certain number of words or effort in a certain page, you know, thinking, okay, I have to work on this page before I can be done, or that's my aim for today, to fill this page up, fill that page up. And I think when you do that, it might sound forced. Like where a chapter or a scene or a story should end naturally, you might tend to continue, or whatever. So just be aware of that, that's all. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, at least you're aware that it sounds forced, and that's good. I'm working on some characters, so I just need to actually get my coffee and get a pair of scissors, and I'll be right back. My scissors have gone missing. Coffee, coffee, coffee. So I've been doing a lot of when I say character creation, I've been using AI to help me with a lot of my character creation. Sorry if I look rough, by the way. It is about 5:30 a.m. here, and I've just woken up, so yeah. And I'm still in my PJs, and I intend to be comfortable. So I've been doing a lot of character creation, and it's been going really well. And it's just amazing how much you can get AI to design the character you want. It's absolutely unbelievable. I just adore it. So, I don't want to lean too heavily on AI, obviously. My designers will still do the books or the book covers, and I mean, AI can't do this, because this comes purely from human imagination. And AI can't do... There's no way AI can do that. Because that's a Dweller series, and if you look at it, each book has a very different theme. Yeah. AI cannot do that. So, but I think that although we now have AI as authors, and I'm very excited for it and the future, it is still important to give, to give that work to the graphic designers and the book cover designers, because they are the ones who will come up with all these great ideas and great concepts, and they are the ones who AI do. So these are the books of the Coat series, and when I told the book designer about these, I said I wanted a dark academia theme. Did he deliver? Or did he deliver? Look at that. So his name is Andrew, the lovely man. And what you see here is, I don't know if you can see the book cover, but it's a uniform. That's a grey uniform. So that's the senior uniform. So this is the black coat uniform. So the black coats are prefects in a boarding school. That's their uniform, and that's the school. So the school insignia, or the school emblem, or the school crest, has been split into 3. And I mean, I'm sure AI can do that, but this is just human, imagination. Can you see? And that's it, all assembled together. So for me, it's just very, very exciting. And just the ideas he was able to come up with, because when he asked me about Coats, it was very different to the Dweller series, because Andrew did Coats and the Dweller series, and obviously the Dwellers is fantasy, Coats is dark academia, preppy, and he said, so what do you want with Coats? And I said, I don't know, because my way of thinking was always very fantasy oriented. And he said, okay, tell me about the series. And I gave him a brief synopsis, a brief thingy about the series, and he just came up with that. And for me, that was absolutely unbelievable. So for the next Dark Academia series, he's going to be on it, because, so for me, this just takes, it's not too, it's simple enough, but sort of that it represents an organization or a school. So he was very, very good. But his bookings, a lot of the really good designers who are, known, their bookings are a year in advance. Morning Cat, their bookings are a year in advance at the moment, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, just showing the art for the Coat series. I don't think I talk about the series enough. I hope everyone's writing goals are going well as possible. Morning, Han. We have a super virus going through where I am, so I'm fine, but everyone else is so ill. So I've sort of been isolating because everybody around me is ill. It's terrifying. It's just so much coughing and just uncontrollable coughing. And I'm very small. If I cough, I just cough my lungs out, so I hate falling ill. And all my friends are ill, so we've been loving each other from a distance over the last few days. So I'm just cutting some AI images for some of the books, just for like videos and video descriptions and that sort of thing. My best mate's, yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised your best mate's been ill for 3 weeks, because what I'm seeing is some sort of super bug, and for the last 2 days my neighbour has just been coughing, and I think he's had to go to hospital because he's been coughing consistently, which is really, really bad. So something's going around, and I think it's worse than normal probably, but just be safe, keep your hands clean, have some fresh air around you, and stay home and do some writing and you'll be fine. So I'm just going to gather all my characters now from everything ends up falling. My desk is a bit of a mess because I've got so many I've got so much character inspiration for the books. Well, it's very, very exciting because when I've always tried to use stock images to describe scenes, I don't know if you can see that properly. That's going to be... When I've tried to use stock images to describe scenes, it's been really, really difficult to do that. And what I'm doing now is I'm drawing out the scenes, I'm sketching some of them, and then I'm going to AI, and AI is showing me an almost amazing, or even better, representation. So let me show you. My sketch pad seems to move every few days. I don't know why. I have a feeling it's my dog's moving it, but it could be my imagination. It could be just me. Right, so this is what I drew months ago. I don't know if you can see the name. I called it Sarah's Window. And like, that is a snake who sells medicinal potions and all sorts of things. So I drew that, and I thought, okay. And I really wanted it in a cleaner cartoon or design format. And that is what AI came up with. And I thought that was so cool. But I think the little table is missing, because that's quite important. That little brown table with the animal legs. But I didn't actually put that in the AI description. So I think I'll have to be more aware of that next time and say exactly what I want. But it was amazing. I mean, that was what I drew, and that was what AI came up with. That is pretty cool. And it's very, very exciting for those of us who have the imagination but don't know how to draw. I use AI roleplay with my original characters to bounce ideas off. How does AI roleplay work? That's amazing though. How does AI roleplay work? For character design, I use a free online character creation tool called Hero Forge. Ah, I see. I would like to know more about AI roleplay. Right. And if there have been any issues with the live stream, the writing live stream, just let me know. I don't know, because it's really hard to tell if there are any issues with it or not. Because I can't really see when it's playing, you know, it just plays on and on. And I'm working towards making a 24/7 live stream. I just don't have 24 hours worth of content yet. I asked ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT to act as one of my characters, so I feed them the personality, flaws, goals, accent, and ethnicity of the character I want them to roleplay as. What? And this is what I mean when I say life is passing me by. How do I not know of any of these things? So you can ask ChatGPT to act as a character. Oh man. This is what I mean. Because when I use ChatGPT, I use the free version. And I don't know if that's doing me any justice, or I'm happy with it. But I don't know if it's worth paying for, because obviously I do all my writing myself, and all I use ChatGPT for is, well, when I teach, like interesting teaching topics. When I'm very cognizant of AI taking over too many design jobs, because I'm so grateful to my graphic designers and all the website designers I've worked with, and I don't want people sort of being out of a job. It works in the free version too. That's really cool. I didn't even know you could feed a character, make ChatGPT roleplay a character. That is absolutely amazing. For those of you who write, would you say that ChatGPT is making things easier for you or more difficult? I'm wondering. Or for those of you who work or whatever, or have to come up with creative ideas, is it making it easier or harder? I don't know if you recall, this was a short story that was supposed to be short, and is now 24 pages long. So 24 pages long on these sheets of paper is approximately, I need to work it out, I'm not the most mathematical person. 24 pages long on this is about 1 That's my calendar. So this takes about 330 words per page. So this is about 8,000 words. 8,000 words. And it was supposed to be a short story. So it's getting a lot longer than I anticipated. Can I get your fantasy book 1 title? I wanted to search it up now. So you either mean The Dwellers, that one, or that one. I don't know which one you mean, sorry. There's The Dwellers, Beneath the Arches, and then there's Heathens, but this is out already. The first book is out for the Heathens series. I think it might mean Heathens, because this is already out and this is finished. It depends on what you like more of. I will start with Heathens. I will start with The Dwellers because it's already complete, and it is this is the first fantasy series I wrote and I released, and the readers loved it. And if you go on my Goodreads, I don't use Goodreads as much anymore because, I don't know, there's always a lot of arguing on there, but it's a 3-book series, and it gets such good reviews. So, go on Goodreads and on Amazon, I think Amazon US or UK or whatever part of the world you're from, and it'll be on there. And it's on, it's in KDP as well. Well, I would recommend this because it's complete, and the reviews for it I absolutely adored because people like the series, which is really good. And it's more of it's a low fantasy rather than a high fantasy. You're welcome. On using AI for ideas, it can help, but I prefer to come up with my own ideas alone. Yes, AI has its. I really heard the most horrible story involving AI this weekend where an author, he'd written a children's book. You know, he has a YouTube channel, they're a couple, and what you can do with a book is upload it to AI and ask AI to change the book, to change the book, so to make it seem like you've written it, but you haven't written it, and release the book. And I think that's something that needs to be looked at, because this is what was done with this author's work. It was released, he released it, but then the publishing company he used, uploaded the book to AI and released a different version of it under a different name. But AI did such a bad job of making it different that it was very obvious. And I think that's what is so scary to me. The fact that your book can be uploaded and all your ideas and all that hard work, and someone can... Yeah. So I think that's going through a legal thing now, which is quite sad. So AI has its plus and minuses. By the way, actually, I think you're all readers. If anyone has any Kindle recommendations, I want to get a Kindle because I always read on my phone, and I would rather have a separate reading device. I think it does help in terms of distractions and stuff. So if anyone has any Kindle, because I know like now the different forms of Kindles, I've always used the Kindle app and the Google Playbooks app on my phone to read. But if anyone has any recommendations, I'm really open to them because I do need a separate reading device for like reading. Like I'm catching a flight in a few days and I don't have anything to read on. And I don't want to carry physical books with me because all the books I have at the moment are quite heavy. Any Kindle? Oh, actually, I might put it in the notes. Mm. Mm. Actually, no, I'll do that. I will need. Oh God, I'll think of that next time. Oops, okay. Amazing, okay. Hi, Kool-Aid. So, I don't have anything that's actually lined. Oh dear. Use that one. So I've just found this in one of my journals, which I don't use. And it was like an idea for a short story I wrote down. I don't know if you can read the writing, probably not, but the point was, there's an idea for a short story I wrote down quite a while ago. And I just found it. And I found it in one of the journals, one of these ones, because they hide everything so well. And yeah, it was actually an idea, and that's why I say keep all your paperwork together in one of these accordion folders, because it just helps with keeping all your ideas in the same place. So even if you get stuck or you don't want to use that idea, thank you, Raffles, you don't want to use that idea at the time, you can always come back to it. ambience. Okay, I think I'm happy with that today. I was just planning some strategies for the next few chapters and just writing them down. Sometimes I need to figure out what's going on and then write it down and look at it. So I'm going to make it a lot neater because right now it's very untidy. I just do that. So I know where I need to be soon. I wanted to ask, how do I write mythical creatures from foreign cultures in a respectful way? You just, in a respectful way, you just don't, you include them and you say where they're from or what region of the world they're from. But that's it. As long as there's nothing stereotypical or silly or you don't demean them in any way and you pay respect, well, you're just respectful of what the culture they come from. For example, in Heathens, I'm writing about, I'm including some witches from Southeast Asia. Primarily from Southeast Asia, which would include the Philippines, and I'm, you just have to be respectful of the you just write what the beauty of writing is that you can write things as you can write them from a very interesting and different perspective. What you do is you just write it, but you write it true to the original story, I would say. Yeah, so you write it true to the original story. Like, I include a lot of mythical creatures from especially Angola and certain regions of Eastern Central Africa, because they have a lot of monster folklore. But what I've done is I've actually researched it properly and I've made sure that I'm getting the story right from the Angolan perspective or from the perspective of the people from that culture, not what TV, movies or Hollywood have shown to me. So that's very, very important. So yeah, as long as you show it as respectful of that culture rather than what TV has shown you of that culture, if you understand what I mean. And that's it. You just pay homage to it. Zombies are very interesting. I don't know anyone who likes zombie stories, but yeah. So just write it as it was originally depicted, because that will actually make it more interesting, rather than the overly overdone, westernized, overstimulating concept of zombies that comes out of the movies or Hollywood. But that's why writing you can show your own perspective and your own stories and the original story as well, which, and I think possibly educate people as well. Okay guys, I'm going to end the live stream there. I'm going to have some coffee, and I have one class today to teach, an advanced class, and that's it, so I'm very happy about that. But yes, and I will be back on in a few days. I'm going to start, so these live streams I show up on, I'm going to start scheduling them. I need to write that down, schedule live streams. And then the other ones just continue. The Write With Me, just continue. And that's it. I hope everyone has a lovely day and enjoy writing and creating and being inspired. All right, bye.